Hey y'all, we're back real quick just for a short video on how we get some of the retro consoles actually attached in our setup. This is going to be probably a multi-part thing here of just what we do, how we have things set up, but pretty much Retron 3 HD really don't run a whole lot of games and stuff off of this. Usually just use that for cartridge testing and everything. Come down a little bit, we have our original NES with a multi-cart cartridge inside coming out to a just AV switch. It's all manual. It's up top just so that way it's easy to get to. These cubes are kind of tightly spaced, so back in there it's a little hard to see, but we just have some 90s on that just so that way it clears. Below the original Nintendo we have the Super Famicom, or the pretty much Japanese Super Nintendo. That is also attached through just your regular RCA cables. I'm going to do a video on this Prime Gold cartridge just because it is a little different than every other Prime Gold 2 cartridge that is out there, and the modifications that kind of we just did to the case to get some other special things to be able to fit inside. But we do have some extenders with the controllers back in the back. Still need to get that console cleaned up a little bit. And then down on the bottom we have our Nintendo 64, the controllers for that. There's Rumble Pack back in the back, and our switch up top does go out to the Retro Scaler 2 that we have back in there, so just to convert everything over to HDMI and do a little bit of upscaling for us on that, and memory cards in the controllers. And we have the standard controller, and we have switched out the thumbstick and the brawler style controller just because I tend to like those, and the expansion pack sitting in that. But just as far as the Nintendo side of our setup goes, that is everything that we have coming out of this for all of the AV going over to the HDMI conversion. And that's just the quick setup on that side for, good options. They do make HDMI cables and modifications for a lot of these, but they're not the best, and I've kind of found using the standard RCA going out to a dedicated upscaler to be one of the better options for those. But thanks for stopping in, and have a good night.